All right, we're more than halfway through the year. Summer is almost over. I think we know that, but it's never too late to turn things around in your life.
Whether it's your career or possibly your relationship, your health, it really doesn't matter what it is. You have the power to start over. And joining us now is Camilla Sacre-Dallerup, and she's the author of a self-help book called Reinvent Me, How to Transform Your Life and Career. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Yes, good to see you. I love the shape of the book, too. It's so easy. It's like a little pocketbook.
It's nice to hold.
Yeah, it's really nice to hold.
For the bag.
Right, yeah.
So we're talking about transitions and changes. You are talking from experience because you shifted and changed your careers. Why and how did that influence this book?
Well, that was the whole inspiration for me writing the book, because I realized that reinventing ourselves can be kind of tricky and it can be overwhelming. I was part of the original show, Dancing with the Stars, called Strictly Come Dancing in the UK for many years. I was a professional dancer and I was at the top of my game. And so I realized when we leave something behind where we are an expert and we start over, that is tough. And so I wanted to come up with some sort of support system that could guide other people through that.
For those watching right now and they say, I'm way too old to ever change myself in that type of manner, what would you say to them?
Absolutely not. I've been inspired through clients to listen to their reinvention stories. I've guided them through it in their 70s, in their 80s. Literally, people have retired from doing something for 30 years and then started something completely different. And often it's the passion that we have for something that becomes the job, for example, but we've not been brave enough to do it.
It's interesting because a lot of times as journalists, we'll ask questions and we'll say, what are your passions or what would you like to do? And I've always wanted to be. Well, then why aren't you, or why aren't you trying to be that, right?
Yeah.
I'm same with all of us, you know, and it's really fascinating. But is that fear? Is that ego?
I think it can be both, actually, and I talk about that, how to really face that fear, because if we really think, well, I'm more fearful of not having done it, but, you know, 5 years from now, if you think I could have done that, isn't it better just to try it? Yeah. Because actually failing for me would be not trying it. So it's just really facing that fear and do it anyway, as they say. But ego, I think, is a big one, because that stops us sometimes from starting over, because we are so good at something that we're scared of maybe starting from the bottom and having to say, hey, I don't know how to do this. And I talk about that a lot in the book, how to really overcome that.
Speaking about what's in the book, you said that there's a program. Can you explain what that is?
Yeah, so the Reinvent is actually an acronym. So it stands for 8 different things, and that's what guides you to the transformation. So it's step by step.
And one I think you had mentioned too is commitment.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think I come from a sports background, so I'm disciplined. So I share those steps too, how to really commit to something, and really just know that every small step you take, by the way, will add to the big journey. Because I think we're so focused on the big goal that we forget that the little small steps that we do every day actually helps that reinvention. And
so if we're sitting here watching, or someone's at home, what's the first maybe 2 steps that you need to take?
First, you have to recognize, where am I at? What is it actually? Listen to the gut feeling. What is making me unhappy? What is it that I don't like? Because when we know what we don't like, we also know what we do like. And then start writing down, what is it that actually, I call it like ignite your fire in your belly. Because when we ask that, we have clear guidance of where we actually want to go. And then in the nurture chapter, I talk about adding on like passions, like if it's sewing, painting, singing, whatever it is that's going to ignite that fire within, start doing some of those things, because opening up that creativity may just guide you to that path.
Now, these are things for jobs and hobbies. What if you're dating someone? I guess it's the same sort of thing, right? You need to evaluate what you're doing.
Absolutely. And I think often I get asked the question, do you think that I'm in the right relationship? And my question to that is, do you think you should ask me that? Yeah. Because maybe not.
Maybe you should, you should be asking yourself, right? And if you're asking, maybe you aren't.
There we are.
Right. All right. Well, thank you so much. Courtney Friel goes to Unplug and enjoys your classes a lot. She told me to tell you hello.
I brought her a copy.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, what I really like about this book, though, how nice it is to hold. This is really good, as you can see.
Okay, so Reinvent Me is available for purchase on Amazon or your favorite bookstore. And again, we really appreciate you coming in.
Thank you so much.